It's already 2024. I can't believe it. After Corona, the world is finally moving again, and more people are traveling than ever. Tourists to Japan and Japanese people abroad. The importance and advantage of studying English is higher than ever. But sometimes we need to pause and think. How should I study? What material should I use? How can I maintain motivation? Today, I will share some tips and advice to help you get a brilliant start with learning English in 2024. And at the end of the video, I'm going to share one very simple piece of advice to help you memorize words much more easily using human psychology. Let's begin our first lesson for 2024. A language learning myth. Let's begin with a question. How do you like to learn language? Are you good at learning languages with diagrams and pictures? Or maybe while listening to a podcast? Touching objects and naming them is also good. Aha! My earphones. We also have reading and writing. These are what we call learning styles. There are 4: visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and read-write. Many people have believed that everyone has one main learning style. That is, they are best at learning through one method. But what if I told you that's not true at all? According to the American Psychological Association, there is no scientific evidence to support this common myth of learning styles. The research is complicated, but to put it in a nutshell, we all learn better when we use a variety of methods and senses. Diagrams are great for learning language about complex topics that have lots of connected words. Podcasts are great for getting used to listening for longer periods of time. Touching, seeing, and smelling things is a great way to develop descriptive language that we use in everyday life. There's no one best way to learn, but different methods train different skills. So that's why it's essential to use a variety of study methods. And these are my recommendations. Lesson 終わり。
今日のランチはどうしよう。クリームシチュー作ろうかな。あ、でも牛乳切らしてるかも。まあ、買いに行かないと。
Now, let's talk about something that can really speed up or slow down the learning process. Levels. What is the right level for me? Finding the right level of material is one of the most important things for learning. If it's too difficult, you'll give up. If it's too easy, you won't learn anything. If you have a teacher, they can choose for you. Great. But when self-studying and choosing books or articles, sometimes we just have no idea. Let me show you something. Here is a short part of an article about dolphins and their senses. And here are different levels of the same article. Pause the video here and think, which is the best level for you? But Eric, I have no idea, I hear you say. Here's a tip. The golden number is 80%. Imagine you're in a bookstore and you pick up a book that looks interesting. Open the book to a random page and start reading. If you can understand roughly 80% of the words without using a dictionary, it's a good level. But Eric, 80% is too easy. Shut up. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, books are very difficult. They are long, there are many characters, and for higher level books, often there are no pictures. Even if you understood 100%, you still need to concentrate and imagine everything so that you can follow the story. The reason why 80% is good is because it's easy enough so that you can follow and enjoy the story, but it's challenging enough so that you can learn some new words. But if you only understand 50%, good luck. Please don't make studying for yourself stressful, just have fun. You can even use this rule for TV shows, podcasts, and articles, and so on. Just remember, 80% is the golden number. Next, let's have a look at one more very important thing. Motivation. The thing that kills motivation, decision fatigue. Imagine, after a long day of work, you come home and you want to chill out. You decide to start watching TV or Netflix. There are a lot of interesting programs, but you don't know which one to watch. You're browsing for 10 minutes and you think, I can't decide. I'm going to bed. This is decision fatigue. When you have too many choices, it becomes harder to choose. Picking a restaurant, buying things online, or choosing what to study. Decision fatigue happens all the time. To solve this problem, you need to limit your choices and decide beforehand. If I were you, this is what I would do. First, make a plan and decide just 3 things that you want to improve. For example, I want to be better at listening. I want to use more idioms. I want to do more writing. Next, make a schedule and study something different each time. If you always study the same thing, you will get bored. If you're very busy and can only study 3 days a week, decide beforehand what you will study each time. If you set everything beforehand, you don't have to decide later when you're much more busy and tired. Just look at your schedule and follow it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now finally, let's have a look at a very simple tip to help you memorize new words much more easily. Heart and mind. First, let's do a mental exercise. Please close your eyes and think about your life. I want you to think about one big, memorable event in your life. It can be anything. Maybe a birthday or graduation. Maybe it was when you had your first kiss. I'll give you 5 more seconds. Okay, now you can open your eyes. Now, everyone had different memories, but I'm sure there was one common thing for everyone. That memory that you just had was very emotional. Happiness, sadness, anger, surprise. Human emotion is processed by a small part of the brain called the amygdala. And you know the interesting thing? It's also strongly involved in processing memories. It has been proven that emotional events are much more memorable than other events. So how can we use this to improve memory of new words? Simple. Example sentences. We often learn new words in contexts that are not connected to us. And the mistake that many learners make is that they just copy the original sentence. Let me show you a real example. One time, I was studying and I found the word donkang. I thought this word was useful, but the example sentence was hard to remember. When I read the example a few days later, I couldn't remember anything. So instead, I used the word in a personal example. Let me share an embarrassing moment in my life. One day at university, after a social event, a girl that I talked to said to me, "Hey Eric, can you walk me home?" I said, "Sure, no problem." But I realized something. She was wearing a skirt, heels, and it was very cold outside. My friend was driving some other people home, so I asked my friend to drive her too. Of course, so she can get home quickly in a warm and comfortable car. I told her, and she said, "Ugh, never mind," and she left. I was like, "Huh? Did I do something wrong?" So, using donkang, I made an example sentence. その綺麗な女性と二人きりになって家まで送るチャンスを逃した鈍感な自分をマジで殴りたい. The great thing about these example sentences is that you can be creative. It doesn't always have to be true. Have fun Make it a sentence about your favorite character, I don't know, Godzilla baking a cake from scratch. Sometimes the crazier stories are more memorable. If it's personal to you, it's a great sentence that will help you memorize words much more easily. So, that's it. It's 2024. Wow. It's crazy how time flies. It's a new year and a new beginning for everyone. But just remember, try to have fun with learning English. It's a great way to connect with people and really change your life. So take it easy, go at your own pace, but don't stop. Good luck, Happy New Year, and bye for now.